One of America's most influential and well-known people is Walt Disney. This is a picture of Walt Disney with the original Mickey Mouse. Although he is no longer with us, he is remembered every day by his theme parks, movies, and so much more. Walt Disney was born on December 5, 1901, in Chicago, Illinois. His father, Elias Disney, was Irish-Canadian, and his mother, Flora Disney, was of German-American descent. Walt was one of 5 children, which includes 4 boys and a girl. At a very young age, Walt began to draw and showed much interest in art. At the age of 7, he began selling small sketches to his neighbors. He attended McKinley High School in Chicago, where his interest in art was able to be put to use when he worked for his school newspaper, where he contributed drawings and photography. Walt also took interest in theater, where he would sneak out as a young teenager to do comical skits at local theaters, even though his dad did not approve of it. At the age of 16, Walt attempted to enroll into the military, but he was denied because he wasn't old enough. But he was able to work with the Red Cross in France. When Walt returned home from France, he decided that he wanted a career in commercial art. This led him to his experiments in animation. He produced short films for small businesses and created the Alice Comedies, which was about a real girl and her adventures in an animated world. His company was called Laugh-O-Grams, but later went bankrupt. After that, Walt decided to head to Hollywood, and he pursued his dream of animation at the age of 21. Walt's dreams came true when the Alice Comedies was asked to be a feature in New York. After this excitement, Walt Disney and his brother Roy expanded their company into a larger office in Hollywood called Walt Disney Studios. Walt Disney was not like other big shots in Hollywood. He didn't talk about mansions or cars, but he did talk about his dreams of what he loved, animation. On July 13, 1925, Walt married one of his employees, Lillian Bounds, and later they had 2 daughters, Diane and Sharon. In 1928, Walt created what we all know now as Mickey Mouse. Walt Disney's source of inspiration for Mickey came from a pet mouse that he used to own. The sketches by Hugh Harman inspired Walt to create Mortimer Mouse. This was Mickey's original name. Mickey Mouse was made appealing in a human kind of way, and the name was changed. The first cartoons were silent and titled Plain Crazy, but before the cartoon was released, sound became a part of the cartoon world, and Mickey Mouse made his first debut on November 18, 1928 in Steamboat Willie, which was the world's first synchronized sound cartoon. The first full-length animated musical feature, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, premiered on December 21, 1937. It grossed $66,596,803. This movie was considered one of the motion picture industry's most important and greatest movie of all time. Later, Walt Disney Studios produced other well-known classics such as Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, and Bambi. Not only did Walt Disney bring entertainment to our world, but he also cared much about his environment. His True Life Adventure series told about conserving our beautiful planet and insights on animals. These series were also award winners. Walt Disney's dream of a clean and organized amusement park came true as Disneyland Park opened in 1955 in California. As a fabulous $17 million Magic Kingdom soon had increased its investment tenfold, and by the beginning of the second quarter century had entertained more than 200 million people, including presidents, kings and queens, and royalty from all over the globe. He was also very interested in solving the problem of quality of urban life in America, and it inspired him to develop Epcot, which stands for the Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. Because of this, Disney purchased a piece of land in Florida, and the company acquired over 27,000 acres of land, and it arranged favorable state legislation which would provide unprecedented quasi-governmental control over the area to be developed in 1966, founding the Reedy Creek Improvement District. Disney and his brother Roy then announced plans for what they called Disney World. His plan for the spot was to include a new amusement theme park, a hotel resort vacation center, in his Epcot. On October 1st, 1971, after 52 months of constructing, planning, and preparation, the Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney World Resort, opened to the public. Epcot Center opened later in 1982, and Disney's MGM Studios theme park opened in 1989. But in 1966, Walt Disney discovered that he had a large tumor on his left lung and was told that he only had 6 months to a year to live. On December 15, 1966, at the age of 65, Walt Disney died. Although he never saw Disney World finished, his brother Roy carried on his dreams by the opening of Disney World and so much more. Today, although Walt Disney is not here to see the legacy that he has left behind, which includes several Disney Worlds around the globe, numerous classic films, and one of the most well-known brands in the world, it continues to grow and entertain us all.